Malaysia is a heaven for food lovers everywhere. From our classic nasi lemak to award-winning laksa, there is nothing that can't satisfy our taste bud here. But our food paradise is also given another title.
Masalah obesiti sedang meningkat di Malaysia dan berada pada tahap yang amat membimbangkan.
The fattest country in Southeast Asia.
In this episode of The Society with me, Farhana, we will uncover the obesity epidemic that's hit our food-loving nation.
Obesity is a growing health concern across the globe. Worldwide, more than 1.9 billion adults are overweight. Of this, over 650 million are obese. The body mass index that calculates the person's weight over their height is generally used to classify adults into underweight, normal weight, overweight, and obese.
In Malaysia, close to half of the population falls under the last two categories. The latest estimate by World Health Organization found that 40% of the Malaysian population are overweight. On top of that, 14% of us are obese, making Malaysia the fattest in the region.
Sekarang ni obes pada diri saya dah tahap 3 yang paling teruk lah. Sampai mencecah paling tinggi sekali 225 kg. Sekarang berat saya 184. Dia kata daripada skor rendah tu saya aktif, tapi disebabkan pemakanan lah. Pemakanan tak jaga, memang dia cepat naik lah. Tak fikir pasal kesihatan semua, so makan memang tak jaga. Sampai ke college, dah study, memang tak ada time nak. So kita akan cari benda yang senang tapi kenyang lah. So example Maggi cup. So kalau buat kat luar 2 hours, kita akan pergi cari kat mamak. So memang makan je lah apa yang boleh. Ada dalam 4 ke 5 kali satu hari, tapi dalam portion yang banyak. Mi goreng memang saya punya favourite. Ayam, saya boleh makan semua jenis ayam. Air manis, semua jenis air lah saya boleh minum dan tak jaga lah. Ataupun saya makan lauk, kan lauk tu akan banyak, jadi lauk kari semua saya akan makan banyak sampai saya kenyang yang overloadnya.
The environment we live in today, yeah, Malaysia is known as a food heaven, so we are actually spot for choice. The syndrome of eating out among Malaysians is very serious now. I mean, because we spend half our meal outside the home, which means that whatever we eat, we don't have control on. You see, if you order mi goreng, what comes, that's what you eat, right? You can't, even if you tell them to cut down the salt or cut down this fat, it's still there. So diet is number 1 still. Number 2, of course, a lot of people talk about us being physically inactive, which is true. Most studies in Malaysia shows that Malaysians are sedentary. So the two actually, we eat far too much and we are sedentary. So the end result is, of course, you're going to have positive energy balance, and over the years, that's what we are seeing. Malaysians are getting bigger and fatter.
Daripada kecil saya memang makan apa yang boleh makan. Saya sampai dari kecil dulu saya ada history satu, sampai saya mengamuk dengan bapa saya sebab dia tak bagi saya makan. So bila sampai dah family member dah semua dah tegur, so saya pun macam ambil indah ke tak indah ya.
A study done by the Nutritionist Society of Malaysia on more than 8,000 school students revealed that almost 30% of them are either overweight or obese.
Masa anak buah saya umur dah setahun, bila dia dah boleh berlari, bila saya nak main dengan dia, saya rasa penat, sangat penat. Dia suruh kejar semua, saya tak boleh. Bapak saya pun cakap, apa ni, nanti kereta tu lama-lama susah nak masuk. Kawan-kawan bercakap kan, jangan besar sangat.
For Fikri, being obese almost cost him his life.
Saya asalnya tak adalah seorang yang obes sewaktu kecilnya, tapi selepas start sekolah rendah tu, saya makin lama makin besarlah. Yang saya ingat, saya dah jenam, saya dah memiliki berat badan 60 kilo. Lepas tu dia meningkat selepas saya sekolah menengah dan semakin besar-besar lah. Saya tak pernah mendapatkan rawatan obesiti di hospital sehinggalah saya berumur 34 tahun. Pada waktu itu, saya dah start menghadapi macam-macam masalah lah. Dan bila saya cek di hospital ataupun di klinik kesihatan, blood pressure saya sentiasa tinggi lah, dan saya disahkan mempunyai penyakit kencing manis. Dan pada tahun 2014, saya sudah mula mengalami tekanan darah yang sangat tinggi dan pernah mengalami minor stroke sebanyak 4 kali. Jadi dia orang refer kepada pakar pembedahan am lah di Hospital Sungai Buloh. Dan dia orang solution dia senang je, dia kata awak ni obesity, umur muda dan berat badan awak, body awak tak mampu menampung berat badan awak lah. Saya memang seorang yang kuat makan. Hobi saya memang makan. Saya stres, saya makan. Saya suka, saya makan. Saya boleh makan burger 8 biji. Sangat mudah untuk mendapatkan makanan di Malaysia. Apa-apa saja kita nak, di hujung jari saja sekarang pun. Kita tak perlu bergerak pun. Tak perlu ada effort yang lebih pun untuk mendapatkan makan. Kat situ je dah menyumbang untuk jadi gemuk kan. Kalau tak buat surgery, saya rasa saya dah arwah sebenarnya.
Obesity is the mother of all diseases. You see, being obese exposes you to at least almost 20 kind of medical conditions. You know, different. Yeah, diabetes, hypertension, dyslipidemia, insulin resistant, sleep apnea. These are very serious when you're big, you know. And then other factors like coronary heart diseases, osteoarthritis, gout, yeah. And for women, beware, is many type of cancers are caused by being just overweight and obese. So a lot of things, a lot of people don't take or pay heed is because when one die, you are not, the certificate are going to say you die because you're obese. That's why people don't care. Yeah. This is the problem. Well, you have to change your mindset. Obese, it's not in your certificate, but you die of heart disease or diabetes or what. But if you look at those people, they are actually obese.
According to the Economic Intelligence Unit, Malaysia bears the highest overall cost for obesity among ASEAN countries. Malaysia spends an alarming 10 to 20% of the country's healthcare expenditure in treating obesity. The total cost of obesity in Malaysia lies between 17 to 30 billion. This is equivalent to about 2% of the country's GDP.
We live in a world where undernutrition and obesity can exist side by side in the same country, home, or even person. Foods high in sugars, salt, and/or unhealthy fats are leading to unhealthy diets and are one reason why children may not be growing healthily, while causing other people to develop overweight or obesity. The consumption of unhealthy diets is heavily influenced by marketing. Easy access is fueling this new nutrition reality, but thankfully, change towards a healthier future is possible. By having a sustainable healthy diet made up of a variety of foods that are safe for consumption, we can promote health and have better abilities to fight illness. How do we do this? Good nutrition for women during pregnancy and for children in their first 1,000 days of life, including breastfeeding, sets them up for healthy adulthood and future generations. We should eat more fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, pulses, nuts and seeds, and less sugary drinks and foods high in sugars, salt and unhealthy fats. The less of these foods we buy, the more the food industry will be encouraged to produce foods that contribute to healthy diets. We can also call on our leaders to make the right decisions so that every person, everywhere, can afford and access good nutrition. When people like you and me, industries and governments work together to make positive changes, we can create a healthier world.